I'm about to drop so much fire on all these coaches and especially you right now because I guarantee you these roadblocks that they are having in their coaching business, you either have them or you are going to have them. So I need you to buckle up and pay attention, okay? Because literally in this community alone, I have over 1,100 coaches that are actively growing, right? Getting results for free in this community. So if you want free access and you're watching this not in the Skool community on YouTube, join the link down below, okay? Very, very simple, okay? So I made this post, right? And a few coaches responded, right? And I shut it off real quick because I wanted to reward action takers, okay? So basically I asked them, what are they struggling with? What type of guidance they need, and I'm just gonna give them so much value, like right now, like literally buckle up. If you don't know who I am, my name is AJ. Last month, my coaching business did well over $60,000. I won Alex Hermosi's School Games competition twice. I'm gonna meet him again for the second time. There you go. To how to flex a little bit to get you to pay attention. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of different video. Okay, so I might have to pause it a couple times to kind of load up the links. But pay attention. Okay, so Jeff, right? His problem is number one. I asked him right here. This is how I told him to frame the questions, so you can kind of see right there. So generating ideas that will stop the scroll, make the conversations occur. No clients, but potential prospects connecting with the right audience. Okay, so the main platform that he's utilizing is Instagram. So let me pause this. Okay, so I'm on Jeff's Instagram, right? There you go, loading him up. Okay, so he's currently using Instagram and LinkedIn. I wouldn't recommend any coach that's watching this to utilize LinkedIn unless for sure for a fact your audience is there. Because LinkedIn is like the cubicles of social media. It is so slow to grow. Like I wouldn't recommend it. I would just double down on Instagram, especially with your offer, Jeff, because you're a fitness coach. It works really, really well on Instagram. I actually would recommend you having your Instagram and a Skool community. Okay, so you get views but no DMs or comments. Right off the get, I can tell you, guiding men to reclaim their body. Okay, so this is a problem that most coaches have. And maybe you're having it right now in your coaching business where you utilize Instagram, no one's buying. One of the reasons why I can see right off the get go is because you only have 81 followers. So that's number one, right? It's like, for example, right? It's like I don't know who those 81 followers are, right? So like if you're not running ads, right? Let's just say let's kind of like dissect everything, Jeff. Okay, and everyone watching this, like this probably applies to you, so pay attention, okay? So Jeff was able to be vulnerable and like say, yeah, go ahead and coach me live for all the YouTube and the Skool community, okay? The problem with that is that you have 81 followers. So are those 81 followers interested in buying coaching from you? Are they your prospect? Because you can have 81 followers of maybe family, friends, whatever it is. So if you're not running ads or doing cold outreaching, you're gonna grow very, very, very slow. Especially if you're not like right now, it's like you're kind of hoping essentially where the algorithm is gonna magically pick you up and you're gonna go viral. It's just not the way it works. So right at the get go, I would tell you to do cold outreaching, run ads. Let's see right now. You post multiple times a day and you have done a few trial ads, but yeah. So what happened right here is that you, even if you post multiple times a day on this account, I know you have another account which is like I think around 100. So I wouldn't recommend having two accounts by the way. For any coach, always have one. So right at the get go, what I would tell you to do is number one is I would this I help statement is kind of sorry, love you, Jeff. I know you're from New York, so I can be real with you. This is doo doo. You need to make it more like punchier. You need to make it more bomb. So you need to be like, for example, helping, I'm just giving you examples. Like it needs to be very specific on helping nurses lose 30 pounds, right? Helping doctors or helping cops, whatever it is. I'm just giving you examples. But you want to be specific on who you're targeting. Right now, it's not specific. It's like guiding men to reclaim their body, energy, and role. Like, this is very blank. Like this could also be the problem too as well, right? So I would definitely fix this. I would have like how to work with you here, transformations if you have any. If it's not yours, just yours. And your content seems very generic. It doesn't seem like there's no hook in your videos. This happens to a lot of coaches, by the way. If you're watching this, like, I want you to pay attention because you're probably doing the same thing, right? If I were to view your Instagram, like, where's the hook? Like, it should be like, is this really age killing you? Is this really age killing you? I don't know if that's a typo if I'm reading it wrong. Is this really? Yeah, I think that's a typo, Jeff. So it's like, for example, it could be like why you're still fat. I'm just giving you examples, right? You need to have, this is a visual hook. You need to change that. So basically to pull on a ball for you, Jeff, if I go to the thing, right? The reason why you're not getting views or DMs because you don't have you don't have a big audience or bigger audience, right? So you need to be running ads. You should be definitely running ads, testing ads, either you're going to grow organically or paid ads. You pick which one you want to grow. You strike me as you want to get there faster already. So, right now, like, so you need to, run ads or do a bunch of cold outreaching per day. You post multiple times a day. The reason why you're not getting results is because your audience is small and your posts are very, like, you're very broad on your targeting, so no one knows about you. And since you're not running ads, like I mentioned, it's like you're basically hoping the algorithm's going to pick you up, make you go viral and grow organically, which it's possible, but it's just very, very slow. Last thing is I feel like I will be in the right direction of getting more conversation during book calls. At the point, it's up to my content myself to decide if it breaks down. Yeah, so basically to put on a ball, Jeff, is like you need to get clear on the offer. You need to be very specific. You need to run ads. You need to do cold outreaching. You should be doing minimum 100 messages per day. If you're not going to do 100 messages per day, I would do 100 ad spend. Be very clear though, but make sure before you run ads, you're very, very clear on your help. So very, very specific. So that's exactly what I would do right away to fix it. Okay. The next thing we got Josh, B2B, which is business to business. Many churches say they need board approval to book me. However, I have no way of getting a hold of the board. Lead pastors say they will bring. Okay, so cool, amazing. So kind of a little different offer. Okay, I have no way of getting a hold of the board. Lead pastors say they will bring it up at the next board meeting. So this is, yeah. So I totally understand that, right? So then, depending on how much data you have, Josh, on this. Like if you keep getting this roadblock over and over, and let's say it's happened like 30, 40, 50, 60 times, right? Either you need to really sit down and be like, okay, what's the solution I can get? If I can't get a hold of the board members, can I go find where their next meeting is? If I can't do that, then okay, then can I cold email them? Can I call them? If you're already trying all that, then it may be time for you to pivot the offer, right? It's kind of like if I get on a call with somebody, right? The decision maker needs to be present on the call, because even if the decision maker is not present on the call, it does me no good to talk to a prospect that may buy the program because they're not even the final decision maker. So that's why I have that question in there, right? If the decision maker isn't there, then I'm not going to take the call. I would translate that to your offer, right? You may need to pivot. You're using YouTube and Facebook, which is fine. Get a little to no return on emails or phone calls. Free content, paid ads, offer free materials. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the paid advance. I would probably, from reading your thing, Josh, it's like what's probably going to happen is that you probably need to pivot your offer depending on how much data you have, in the sense of like, now if you've only hit a couple roadblocks, maybe like 3 to 5, then that's not sufficient data. Because I'm like, for me, when I work with, and this is for, I know I'm talking to Josh, guys, and if you're still watching this on YouTube, right? The thing about it though is that it could apply to you as well too, because if you're taking calls with people or you have an offer that's a great offer, but they're not the decision maker, or there's a roadblock, then that's going to be a problem. So like maybe like what you can do, as just giving you examples, is you could set up a meeting with the church, everything goes good, and then you have the church maybe set up another meeting with the board with all you guys, like something like that. I would probably do. But if you really tried if you tried and you have a lot of data on it, like then this is what I tell coaches. I'm gonna tell every single person that's watching this: only make changes when you got sufficient data. So if you've been doing this for a while, I don't know how long you've been doing it, then I would do that. Because if you're just helping them, do paid advance, what I would do is you can easily pivot this offer, which I understand. I'm a believer, so I understand that, sometimes the bigger churches have a board. I get it. So then you may need to pivot this to like maybe not working with churches, working with something else. That could be a possibility. That way your ask could perform better, and that way it's like, you're talking to the decision maker. That's what I would do right off the get-go for that. Basti just what's up. Okay, cool. Greg, what are you struggling with most right now? Okay, cool. Let's read this all together, YouTube. I'm curious to see how this video does. Like, it's a little untraditional video, right? So I'm struggling. If this video does well and you want free coaching like this, I'm probably going to make these posts like maybe once a week. We'll see how this video does. I'm struggling the most with getting started. It's a little bit overwhelming. I have a name. I have social media accounts. I'm a bit stuck on the I help statement. I think it really comes down to who I want to help. I want to help managers, but none of them. Okay, it's a lot. Amazing. So from what I'm hearing right now, Greg, as I obviously chatted with you just a little bit, you need to just get started. You're always going to struggle in the beginning with your I help statement, which if the coaches that are watching this, you're like, AJ, what are you talking about? Like basically your offer. In the beginning, your offer will always change in the beginning, right? Once you get sufficient data. The offer that you go with in the beginning may not be the one that you even stick with. That's just a fact. So typically what I would do if I was you is I would just find one offer and I would just rock with it. You're going to feel probably like 70, 80-ish percent aligned to the offer in the beginning. So definitely I would recommend doing that right away. In the sense of like getting more clear on the offer. It's not getting more clear on the offer, just finding the offer that feels like 70, 80% aligned, rock with it. Okay. You want to help teams decrease turnover, increase engagement rate. Okay, cool. If you want to help managers who aren't prepared to be managers yet, I mean, I'm just giving you examples. It could be I help, managers. I help employees level up to managers in less than 90 days or whatever it is you want to say, something like that, right? But none of them happens if the manager isn't able to lead well. Okay, cool. I mean, it seems like a good offer. I mean, it really is. You just got to put it out there, and you got to like just push through it. I think you've seen enough of my videos to maybe see that you just got to get the ball rolling. So in general, I have a lot of conceptual theory, but on all bits and pieces. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm scared to have thousands of questions. Look, any coach watching this, you're always going to have thousands of questions. You don't know what you don't know. It's just a fact. Even my clients that work with me one-on-one, the good thing is that they have the one-on-one house, so whenever they hit that roadblock, they can ask me. Yeah, you just gotta get the ball rolling, man. Like it's gonna feel overwhelming. I'd be lying to you if I said any coach. Like if you're watching this right now, what not? If you're watching, because you're watching this right now, any coach, right, that watching this right now, you're gonna feel overwhelmed. It is not gonna be easy. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people that are gonna lie to you. Like it's not easy. You can't like just chill and relax and just. It's got like it's like all or nothing. Like in the beginning, when you're just starting your business, you better go full throttle like right away. You have social media accounts. So typically, depending on like, cause so what's happening is that since the offer isn't clear, you're overwhelmed, right? From what I'm seeing. So get clear on the offer in the sense of like, go with ChatGPT, maybe help managers, maybe become employees, become managers, or help managers, not have burnout, or help managers become better managers. Like there should always be one problem, one solution. Very, very simple. Okay. Social media accounts, I would definitely go on the lowest hanging fruit. So whatever you feel like your market is at, I would just double down. So if it's Instagram, just double down on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever it is. I wouldn't recommend anybody watching this TikTok. It's just TikTok's very hard to convert people. So I would change that. Views but no DMs. Yeah, because the reason why all this stuff is because you're not clear on all this. So you need to get more clear. And I would, like I said, like you gotta just any coach watching this right now, like you gotta just rock with whatever offer you see, and whatever offer you feel in the beginning, put it out there and let the market tell you. That's why like a lot of these big companies too, whenever they come out with like a test, like a new product, they'll test it and they'll get data, and then they'll either make more of it or they'll make it better or they'll remove it. That's what you need to do. So the reason why you're not getting views and everything is because you're probably not clear on your offer. Like if I were to go to your, let's just prime example, let's go to your Instagram. No, I mean, there's nothing for me to review, but you're building myself and helping managers do the same. Yeah, this is not an offer. It's like more like, hey, come level up with me. So you got to fix that. So that's what I'll fix. Yeah. What I have taken some course on anything. Yeah. So you need to just get the ball rolling. You have the back end stuff, so you got to just get it, man. You definitely have the offer. The avatar is good. You just got to get clear on that. And I keep saying that, but you're just overwhelming yourself. So fix that. Let's see. Brian says, take it slow. What I focus on is I knock out okay, cool. Brian says, I feel like I need a step-by-step plan on take it slow. Brian, I don't know if we booked a call yet with me. I think you have. We'll chat soon. But let me help you right now live, where I focus on one thing is I knock it out and then move on to the next step. All the information on the internet. You need to, okay, you don't need a website in the beginning. You should just be focused. Social media is your new website, so you don't need a website. If you're a coach and you're below 10K a month, you don't need a website. I will fight any person that says otherwise. It just does not make sense. You don't need a website in the beginning. I don't even really utilize my website. How do I structure social media channels? I would go wherever your market's at. I'm in Jeremy Miner's sales program. I like Jeremy Miner. I studied a lot of Dan Kennedy. Well, I would need to know kind of what's your offer, dude. Yeah. So if you haven't booked a call, I mean, it's not call to action for anybody, but if you haven't booked a call with me, book a call with me. I think we're booked for a call. I'm not too sure, but book it if you haven't. Anyways, yeah, it's not clear right now. I can't really help you so much because I don't know who you're trying to help or anything. But yeah, get at me after this video. Yeah, I'm struggling with simplifying my messaging. I know what's my head without getting into full description of everything is bouncing out. Yeah, you need to be more specific on the way I ask the question. And I mean that with a lot of love. Joseph, let's go right here. What am I struggling with? Okay, we chatted yesterday, Joseph, right at the get-go. You got to, this is going to be fast-paced, Joseph, because this is for anybody, right? That has a good coach, but not being seen. You got to post. LinkedIn is awesome if your market's there, but you should be going all Facebook. All Instagram, right? Instagram and LinkedIn. You should be doing if you don't have no money for ads right now, then you got to be doing a bunch of cold outreach. You should be doing minimum 100 comments a day, 100 messages per day, like a fact. Yeah, they don't reach out to you because you need to be seen more. So you need to post more content. Like that's why like for LinkedIn, I'm not a big fan of you just utilizing LinkedIn. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Like you got to make sure you got to go on Instagram for any coach. That way you have like your LinkedIn, and then because like LinkedIn, you're not really there's not really a lot of videos. It's not like it's just to me it's just dead. Like you may feel different, or any coach may feel different, but you got to be on Instagram. That's why they're not reaching out to you because there's not enough engaging content. Okay, so you got to create more engaging content. Posting daily. Yep. Yep. Platforms. Yes, we chatted yesterday, Joseph. You got to get on Instagram. That's what it comes down to. Sabrina, let's see. Got a lot today. What are you struggling? I'm struggling to consistently convert attention into intent. People resonate with my message, but may stay in silent customer mode instead of raising their hand. I know the work is landing. I want clearer pathways. I feel like I want support. So right away, we'll get into kind of your messaging. I'm building YouTube as my long form base. So I would go Instagram. The reason why right at the get go for any coach is like because TikTok is so hard to convert sometimes because, and I have data to show this as well. And even Hermosi was talking about this. It's like TikTok is hard to send like external links, get people on calls. You're much better off of combining your YouTube with your Instagram. And the reason why, let's kind of go through your, let's go through your Instagram. Okay, so I just load up your Instagram. Okay, so let's start with this. You're struggling to convert attention into intent, which I totally understand, right? A lot of coaches do. If I were to look at your page from first glance, okay, I have not talked to you yet, so if you have not booked a call with me, book a call with me. But helping adults shift from stress-driven to calm and control. You see, that's not really. Okay. So whenever you want someone to be like, oh, like resonate with you and to move with intent, like book a call or buy a program, right? You got to number one meet them where they're at. So either like there's a whole bunch of stuff like either the prospect is unaware that they have a problem, they're aware, whatever it is, right? Whatever your offer is, okay? So number one is I would recommend like getting more like making this sound more sexier, as I call it, right? It's like helping adults shift from stress driven to calm and in control. That's not going to make people buy when they're in pain. Okay. I want you to understand that. And it doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional, pain of missed opportunities, whatever it is. There's some level of pain. So like, for example, when I meet a coach, right? If I want to advertise for a coach, right? I know coaches, they're aware they have a problem. They're aware that they don't have clients or they're aware they don't have enough. So when I create ads or content, I meet them right there right away. And then I create my hooks on the videos and then I go in. You know what I'm saying? So if I have a coach, for example, that a coach knows that they're not getting clients. So and they're seeing other coaches get clients and they're like, oh my God, like I'm feeling left behind. I'll make an ad saying, hey, are you a coach and you're tired of getting left behind? You see, now I'm meeting them or not. And then I'm saying, how you been an expert for years and you're still not getting this and it's not getting that? You see, now I'm making them feel like, oh, AJ's talking to me. That is what's going to move the needle. So right at the get-go is like, I would make this more stronger. Like I know, for example, I'm giving you examples. I'm not telling you to rock with this, but helping adults shift from stress to calm, like helping adults, reduce stress or reduce anger and be more stress-free in less than 30 days at their work or like something like that. It has to be that, right? And then through your content, you're saying you're just speaking to that over. That's what's going to move the needle. So that's going to reflect on your Instagram. So number one is I would change that and I would reflect it on this. Just gonna go here. Use button. Yep. That because people are not feeling pain. People, you're not making people feel like they're not talking to them. You're making people like, oh, that's nice content, and that's not gonna convert. Yeah, so you got to fix that. This is what it comes down to. You got to fix that. Your I help statement, your offer, and make them feel more pain through your messaging. What does winning like for you? Winning is building an engaged community. So if I were to go through your community, right? There should be a VSL, and it should make them feel like in this community, you're going to get blank. You're going to get one call with me. You're going to get access to this resource for free, blah, 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 blah. You want to make it like that, right? But I would make this more stronger that way. Because remember, your Skool community is just a reflection of your offer. So make sure that from this alone, that this reflects this. Like for example, like let's say you help adults, I don't know, like, reduce help adults overcome anger or, I'm trying to make, I would have to like really sit down, but like basically the point that I'm getting to is that once you get more clear on this, then you have to change this and then you have to make this more like, oh yeah, join it because I'm going to get you this for free. You want to make it a no brainer. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. You got to fix that. I'll go YouTube is fine. It should be your face right here, by the way. You want to put your personal touch on it. So yeah, fix those things and you'll be fine. Jeff, I already got to you. And a lot of people. You got to put your question, my boy. Charles, we talked already. We're going to start working together on Thursday anyways. So Charles needs to get on Instagram and he needs to post engaging content and he needs to speak to an avatar, do outreaching, ads and everything. Let me finish. Jeff, I already got to you. Only one question per person. Sorry, my boy. How to run effective proof of concept and I'm advertising. Well, I need to be more. You're not specific enough on this one. Like in the sense of like, who's the offer? Like, what are you doing? Like, you gotta like, follow the prompt. Sorry, I can't get to this. Last one, Ephraim, consistency execution. I know how to coach and get results, but I don't think I climb with that trust. Talking heads, posting daily. Okay, let's pause this last one. All right, Ephraim, I just uploaded your Instagram. So like right off the get-go for fitness, but for any coach, right? You help men transform without sacrificing their lifestyle. Like what men? Like you got to be very, very specific on who you're talking to. What type of men are you doing? Like, in the sense of like, are you helping, a 9 to 5er? Are you helping a doctor? Are you helping a nurse? Are you helping a policeman? You got to be more specific to that. Without sacrificing their lifestyle. Like, what does that mean? Like, their lifestyle, you mean like, for example, like them not, maybe them still eating the same way. Like, you got to, this is number one why it's not hitting as much. The next thing is your link tree. I taught every single coach this. I'm not a big fan of link trees. Take this behind the barn and shoot it. Only have one call to action. It could be a call link. It could be a jot form. It could be a Skool community. Only one thing. So yeah, and then I can see right now the reason why it's not hitting is because you're not speaking to a specific person. You're speaking to I help men. Like that's not specific enough, right? So you got to get more specific on who you're talking to. This goes for anybody, right? It's like the more specific you are, the better with any coach watching this, right? It's like you want to be very, very specific and let the content do the targeting. Okay. That's one of the reasons why you're not doing it. Okay. And now coach, right? Which is prime example with Ephraim. I've always told coaches, I've never met a good coach go out of business because they stopped being I never met a good coach stop being a coach because their inability to coach somebody. It's always because they don't know how to get clients, which is a very, very common thing. You're probably watching this. You're probably, I meet a bunch of amazing coaches, right? But they need to know how to get clients, right? So you're using Instagram. I can keep it very simple. The reason why your Instagram is not performing is because number one is like you're not speaking to a specific person. So therefore the content is speaking to a specific person. Therefore you're broad and therefore you're not moving the needle with your audience. I also use a DM setter. I don't know why you would like for any coach. And I haven't talked to you enough, Ephraim, but literally you shouldn't have a DM setter. You should be doing that. Like if you're not at 30 to 40, 50K a month in your coaching business, why would you have a DM setter? Because look, for any coach watching this, if you need appointments, all your time should be booking appointments yourself. Now you can say, well, AJ, I'm busy. Then I'm going to ask you, okay, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because a setter, I want you to understand, for anybody that doesn't know what a setter is someone that books appointments through your Instagram accounts or whatever it is. I just hired one from my Instagram. But here's the difference, though. And I'm not saying this as a flex. I'm producing over $50,000 a month. I don't have the time for that anymore on my Instagram. But I have a system that I know works. Shout out to you, Maya. That works, which is my setter. Like, it works, so I'm going to hand it over to her, and like she's going to do it. You don't have a reliable system. So now what you're doing is you're basically telling the setter to figure it out themselves, which in reality they shouldn't. You should be doing that. Okay, so get clear on the offer, remove the setter. You're doing the appointments, boosting posts. But here's the thing about the reason why your posts aren't working is because when you run ads, when you run ads. Okay, I want you to understand this. The more specific you are and better, the more specific you are on your profile, on your saying and your words and everything, the better. The way Meta is going to find those people. So if I say coaches, if I even just say coaches, Meta is going to find whoever our coach is because they're based off their bio, their likes and everything. But right now you're not specific enough. So right now Meta's, whenever you boost a post, you just kind of went all over the place. You need to be very specific, then do an ad that calls out your specific avatar and watch how that performs. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this one. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and join this community for free down below. And if you're in my community, much love. I got to go. Let me know how you like this type of videos first time. So let's see how they perform. Much love.